Most people look at an old car and see one thing: a financial liability. Breakdowns, repairs, endless problems. But what if I told you that the right kind of car can actually feel like freedom? Not nostalgia, not being cheap, something much deeper. I'm Uncle Penny, and I'm going to break this down in 5 parts. And before we really talk about cars, hang on with me for a minute, because this isn't just about cars at all. Cars just happen to be one of the clearest places where money either works for you or quietly controls you. So let me show you how one everyday decision reveals a much bigger pattern. 1. When a car stops being transportation and starts being pressure. Here's what most people don't realize. The moment you finance a car, it stops being transportation and starts being pressure. A $750 monthly payment sounds manageable. Until you do the math. That's $9,000 a year, $45,000 over 5 years. And after all that, the car's worth far less than what you paid. Now you might be thinking, but I need something reliable. Fair, but reliability doesn't require chaining your future income to a lender. That payment isn't buying freedom, it's buying obligation. And bills. Don't care how your life changes. 2. Why fewer payments create more control. Now, once you remove that obligation, something subtle but powerful happens. This is where it gets really interesting. An older, paid-for car doesn't just save money, it removes pressure. No monthly payment, lower insurance, no panic if income dips, and your brain feels it immediately. You stop driving your life defensively. You stop negotiating with your future self every paycheck. When nothing is due next month, you're calmer, clearer, more patient. Control doesn't feel exciting, but it's the foundation of financial peace. Freedom is quiet. Debt is loud. 3. The once-in-a-while road trip problem. There's always one question that comes up. What about that big family road trip? Great question. Maybe once a year. Maybe once every couple of years. You want space, comfort, peace of mind. Here's the smarter move. Instead of paying $750 every single month, you rent a great vehicle, only when you actually need it. A week-long rental? $800, maybe $1,000. You could do that for years and still spend less than financing a vehicle that mostly sits unused. You're not giving up convenience. You're renting it strategically. Paying all year for one weekend is emotional math. 4. The confidence nobody advertises. And then there's a benefit nobody puts in a brochure. There's a quiet confidence that comes from true ownership. Fixing something yourself. Ordering a $40 part instead of paying a dealership $900. Hearing your car start because you handled it. Old, reliable cars come with massive communities, forums, videos, aftermarket parts. Everything that can break already has a solution. Meanwhile, someone else is stressed over a car they're afraid to touch, because they're still paying for it. They might think you're broke, but you're the one driving without pressure. Being underestimated is cheaper than being financed. If you made it this far, I'm glad this was helpful. Subscribe if you'd like more conversations like this. 5. The principle that goes beyond cars. Now here's the principle that goes beyond cars. This was never really about vehicles. It's about how many things in your life quietly demand payment, money, attention, stress, long after the excitement fades. The same principle applies to houses, subscriptions, lifestyles, commitments. Freedom doesn't come from upgrading, it comes from removing pressure. Here's a simple action you can take today. Write down every monthly payment you have, then ask yourself one question. Which of these actually increases my freedom? Because sometimes the greatest luxury isn't having more, it's realizing you already have enough.